This morning at 5 o'clock on KERK4 today, many of you will be out celebrating the 4th of July weekend. We've got some tips on how you can do so safely and legally.
Plus, clinics here in Arkansas, which once offered abortions, are now sending women out of state, where the closest clinics are for those services.
And gas prices are slowly trending downwards again. We're going to introduce you to a woman who has ditched driving entirely and decided to pedal instead.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KERK4 Today.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us here on KERK4 Today. I'm Hunter Hoagland alongside DJ Williams. DJ was just saying pedaling might not be for everybody.
Ain't gonna catch me pedaling to work.
It's a long way from West Little Rock.
That's a long way. I've done it before, though. I've done it before.
I can't imagine in the summertime, though.
It was in the summertime, a bike to work day.
A little hot.
And obviously, I got volunteered to bike to work.
One and done, that's it.
All right, y'all, this weekend fireworks will light up the night sky as Arkansans are set to celebrate the 4th of July.
This holiday, it's a staple, but it can be very dangerous if you don't handle it properly. For that, we want to send it out live to Claire Kreitz, who joins us from the North Little Rock Fire Department with some safety tips for those shooting off fireworks at home. Hey, Claire, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, well, fire officials say it is best to leave it up to the professionals. There are some tips for you guys wanting to create your own show at home. Now, I talked to Captain Dustin Free with an LRFD. He says the first thing everyone needs to do, know what your local ordinance is before even buying fireworks. For example, they're illegal here in the city limits of North Little Rock and in Little Rock. Now, if you do live in an area where it's legal, then make sure an adult is present and handling those fireworks. Be aware of your surroundings and don't shoot them towards houses and, of course, people. Also, he says sparklers can seem like the safest option, but actually they cause more injuries.
Lifelong injuries to people's hands, their face, their bodies. So it's not just about setting off grass fires and setting the roof of a house on fire, which is bad enough. It literally, these things are explosives.
Captain Free says it's also important to have a bucket of water or hose handy. And if you already bought fireworks and it's not legal to set them off where you live, you can bring them to the North Little Rock Fire Department and they'll make sure that they're disposed of properly. Reporting live in North Little Rock, I'm Claire Kreitz. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Claire. Let's get to your local news that matters here this morning. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a missing woman. 63-year-old Cecilia Tackett was last seen leaving her home Tuesday morning. She was driving a white 2013 Toyota Prius. It has disabled tags 242398. There's damage in the front and the rear passenger side of the vehicle. If you see her or know where she is, you're asked to call the sheriff's office. A special event took place yesterday at the governor's mansion. Children in foster care who earned a high school diploma or GED this year were all honored. The governor says a positive educational experience can create good outcomes for many children in foster care. Young people who age out and can receive a $2,000 one-time benefit to help pay for school, job training, housing, and insurance. Burns Park in North Little Rock will soon get a very welcome addition. Fire Station number 8 will replace the one located on MacArthur and will provide faster response times. It will also provide immediate coverage for any fires in the park's forested area. The station will cost $2.8 million and is completely funded through the passage of half-penny sales tax increase passed in 2017. Little Rock Parks and Recreation celebrated the grand opening of the Margaret Clark Treehouse yesterday. It is a new addition to the Peabody Splash Park play area in Riverfront Park. Governor Hutchinson and Mayor Frank Scott Jr. were in attendance. The city and private donors made the treehouse possible. It's located near the splash pad in the playground. That's between Main Street and the Junction Bridges. Let's go ahead and get over to Pat Walker. Pat, we've been talking about fireworks all day long. What was one of your favorite What is your favorite firework? Like, if you could just go to the store, you only get one. What is the must?
I don't know. You know what? It's really kind of weird, but just the simple, you don't have to wait till dark to do it, just a simple firecracker.
Yeah.
When you actually, you hold it, and you're not supposed to do it. you got the little pump, you light it, and then you throw it, and it pops in the air.
Like one of those black cats?
Yeah, just a little black cat.
Yeah.
I love those. I mean, I would do those all day long.
Yeah.
And then of course
mine, man.
There's that one time it blows up in your hand, then you got the blood blisters, you know.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, Mama.
We're not encouraging anything.
No,
but we get it.
It's history. It happened.
Yeah.
It's fact.
Yeah, it'll happen.
All right. Yesterday was a hot day, like a firecracker. 93, our high temperature. By the way, today is July 1st. You know what today is? July 1st. Yeah, that's right, July 1st. It's Canada Day. Oh. Canada Day. So today is Canada's Day of Independence, July 1st. All right, so they'll have fireworks up there in Canada today. Organized ones, I guess. 93 was our high yesterday. Hot Springs at 95. Mena hit 95. Camden hit 97. Today, we're going to hit 93 again. We have a 10% chance of rain at noon and a 30% chance of rain at 5 o'clock. We only had a 20% chance yesterday. Most of our activity is way down in South Arkansas. A little bit more comes up into Central Arkansas today. So a chance of the afternoon. But clear sky right now here on the Dash Heating and Cooling Tower Camp. It's 74 in Little Rock. The dew point is 70. Yep, humidity's here again. The wind is calm right now. Last hour was up to around 9 miles per hour, though. So Little Rock and Jacksonville both 74. We're not seeing a big difference between outside areas and the Little Rock proper, so we've kind of even out those temperatures. 77, though, at Conway, at the there at Lawley, south of Conway. 73 at the Saline County Airport this morning. So it's a warm morning. 70 in Clinton, 71 in Mountain Home. No 50s anymore in North Arkansas. It's 70s and maybe a few 60s. All of our dew points basically in the lower 70s. A few of us still have some 60s, so humidity is back. But a clear sky here, some clouds in South Arkansas. More to come through the day. We're going to have this area of low pressure along coastal Texas, which is going to probably help our rain chance just a little bit more today, increasing the moisture flow out of the Gulf of Mexico. So it's going to keep our rain chances probably around a 30% chance tomorrow and Sunday, too. We'll look at the 7-day forecast coming up in your next forecast. But today, 30% chance of rain, the high of 93 degrees. We'll be starting off sunny and become partly cloudy. Then tonight, mostly clear with a low around 74 degrees. Hunter, DJ?
All right, Pat, thanks. Still ahead for us this morning, a new survey ranks the top barbecue cities in America. We're going to tell you how Little Rock managed to beat some of the most well-known spots like Memphis and the Carolinas.
Oh, where do you think we are?
I don't know. If we're beating Memphis, though, it's got to be up there, right?
Got to be up there.
Yeah.
And we've got some changes. Well, they're coming to college football. Pat don't like it. I necessarily don't like it either. Why some schools from the West Coast will be moving to a new conference. Before all that happens, though, I need everybody right now, go to that Facebook page. Let old DJ know where you're watching from so I can show you some love. Tina's watching in Hot Springs, James and Scott, and we got Lucy. I love Lucy watching.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
We'll be right back.
4th of July sale at Family Leisure. Great deals on pools, patios, spas, and more.
Even though the classroom has changed over the past couple of years, education still comes first. So we focus on local decisions that impact our families. We bring you the stories that matter. KRK4, your home for local news.
When the family can't get enough of your signature dish, get everything you need with Kroger free pickup with no surprise fees. So start your cart today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
My 2022 Highlander. It's got a sleek exterior, and the interior, it's like my own spacious oasis. Yeah, my Highlander.
That's what I miss the most. What about you? Food, Jerry. I miss food. Yeah. Wait, have you ever been in a Highlander?
The 2022 Toyota Highlander, the SUV you've been dreaming about. Toyota, let's go places.
Here's to change. Changing for the better. Changing how we learn. For 130 years, Strayer University has been a champion of change. Like preparing women for the workforce since the early 1900s. Or offering online classes in the 90s, when other universities were still exploring the internet. Because change is how we build the future. So here's to change. Strayer University.
Call RanchWorks today. Make that old fence look new. Barbed wire or web wire, pipe fence, board fence, or privacy fence. RanchWorks can redo it or build new. From your fence line to pole barns, hay barns, and horse barns, RanchWorks can work with your budget. Let us get started with a free estimate. Give us a call today, 501-230-0205, or check out our Facebook page, RanchWorks. You name it, we can do it.
Victory over violence began in 2017 following the tragic shooting deaths of 2 toddlers.
And today I'm standing in a park where another innocent child lost their life to gun violence.
We have to do better. We have to say this is enough, and we have to take a stand in our communities.
Reducing crime in our cities starts with each of us. Go to our website to get involved in your neighborhood today.
Together, we can declare victory over violence.
With the Kroger app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, all for prices that are lower than low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We're in your city, your town, your community, telling the stories that make a difference, that impact your life, that matter to you. KARK4, your home for local news. This is KARK4 Today.
It is 5:10 on your Friday morning. More relief is on the way for families struggling to find baby formula. According to the Biden administration, a shipment of formula from Australia will arrive in Fort Worth on July 4th. That delivery includes more than 56,000 pounds of formula, which will be enough to fill around 850,000 bottles. It'll be available through Gerber.com. And hundreds of protesters made their way to the Supreme Court yesterday in reaction to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. According to Capitol Police, more than 180 people were arrested during that rally. Police say it was all because they were illegally blocking an intersection near the Supreme Court. Several organizers say they wanted to break the record for the most women arrested during one single action on Capitol Hill. And Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson has officially been sworn in as the newest Supreme Court justice. She's the first black woman to sit on the U.S. Supreme Court. This is also the first time 4 women will be on the bench at the same time. Justice Stephen Breyer's retirement took effect just minutes before that ceremony.
Let's go and take a look at what is trending for you here this morning. We got a bizarre move in college football. 2 of the biggest teams in the Pac-12 announced they are jumping ship and joining a new conference. The USC Trojan and the UCLA Bears have been accepted as the newest members of the Big Ten. Yeah, very interesting there. The league officials approved their membership yesterday, and they'll make that switch in 2024. It's going to be a lot of traveling. All right, a new survey shows the top barbecue cities here in the country. Little Rock made it up to number 11. Okay, Little Rock. Yeah, the rankings are based on award-winning barbecue restaurants, barbecue competitions, barbecue festivals, and obviously you have to have high ratings. That puts the top 5 cities as St. Louis, Kansas City, Chicago, Springfield, Missouri, and Orlando. I would not have thought Orlando. No. Little Rock ranked for one of the most top-rated smokehouses with the best barbecue competition. Little Rock has even a higher than Memphis, which came in at number 61. Okay, that makes me feel like this is a little skewed. Surely, because I mean, I can't sit here and act like Memphis barbecue ain't hitting.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
61. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Anyway. I don't know. All right. Good on Little Rock, though. Yeah. We're happy about that. Yeah. All right, still ahead for us. Gas prices are going down. How much you can expect to pay if you're traveling for the holiday weekend. Pat?
All right, for today, it's already starting off warmer than yesterday morning. We're going to get to 93 today where we were yesterday. But our rain chance is just a little bit higher today, and it's still going to be that way over the weekend. Next week, though, oh my goodness, hang on. Got your forecast next.
4th of July sale at Family Leisure.
It's hot and you need a pool. Buy now and beat the price increase. Great deals on in-stock patio sets, spas and swim spas at guaranteed lowest prices. Huge savings on high-quality swing sets like this one. 4th of July sale going on now at Family Leisure.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe. Get 2.79% APR for 60 months on the Santa Fe with new inventory arriving daily. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. To all of my fellow non-breakfast people, this chicken biscuit is something different. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hi, I'm Gary, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is that it's unexpected. I'm a big biscuit guy, but chicken for breakfast is delicious. You can taste all the flavors just all at once. Once you try it, there's no turning back.
When you come into our office, it's either going to be me or it's going to be Blake that you sit down with. And we've been really blessed to have someone like Steve that's really shaped the way that we view not just the client relationship, but how to run a business. You know, you're not just a number with him, never have been and never will be with Matt and myself. We know that trust and honesty is paramount. So we strive for that, and we don't take it lightheartedly. We know that without that, we would not be where we are.
Ignite something. Ignite excitement. Ignite curiosity, adventure, and small moments of beauty. Only the perfect cut unleashes a diamond's power to ignite hearts on fire.
Come see us at Cecil's Fine Jewelry.
It's what happens right here at home that impacts our daily lives. You can get the back and forth of national news pretty much anywhere, but it's where you get your local news that matters. Making a difference right here at home. That's what matters to us. KRK4, your home for local news.
4th of July sale at Family Leisure.
It's hot and you need a pool. Buy now and beat the price increase. Great deals on in-stock patio sets, spas and swim spas at guaranteed lowest prices. Huge savings on high-quality swing sets like this one. 4th of July sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Dentists can be scary, especially if you're having a problem. I'm John Dean with Dean Dental Solutions, and we want to solve your problems fast. Don't wait any longer. Call us today for an appointment.
At Dean Dental Solutions in North Little Rock.
From the Arkansas Storm Team, Arkansas's certified most accurate forecast for 10 straight years. Meteorologist Pat Walker.
It's 5:16 is our time. 74 degrees here in Little Rock, 75 in Russellville, 75 in Hot Springs, 72 in Searcy, even 70s now in North Arkansas. Even yesterday morning we had some 50s in North Arkansas. Not today, not today. 13 degrees warmer in Harrison, 13 degrees warmer in Russellville. You're going to feel it out there. For Little Rock and down to the southeast and South Arkansas, it's just a couple degrees warmer. Not significantly warmer, just a little bit more. All right, this morning we're seeing some clouds already in South Arkansas. We're clear in Little Rock, but we'll cloud up as we get into the afternoon hours. We have our area of low pressure along the Texas Gulf Coast. And at the same time, there's a cold front going through the Midwest. But you may know by now, in this time of the year, when we see fronts go through the Midwest and the plains, they rarely ever get into Arkansas. If they do, they stop in the Ozarks. This one will not even get to Arkansas, but it'll get a little closer. I think over the weekend, North Arkansas might have a little higher rain chance than Central Arkansas will have. So for today, we might see some showers and thunderstorms starting to pop up around noon, but they continue through the afternoon. Probably a little better rain chance today in Central Arkansas than yesterday. Yesterday, the rain chance I gave it was a 20%, so I'll go up to 30% today. South Arkansas will probably have a little bit better chance for this afternoon. They died down in the evening. Tomorrow, that low kind of gets to the Arkansas-Louisiana state line. Still going about a 30% chance of rain, but notice North Arkansas a little bit better. That front's in south central Missouri, so North Arkansas has a little better chance tomorrow with that. The low itself is just going to be weakening as we get into Sunday. I did have Sunday with a higher rain chance at one point, but now I think it's an equal chance to tomorrow as well. And Sunday afternoon, that low really starts to fade out. The 4th of July actually looks like I went ahead and put a 20% chance of rain on the 4th. I'm not buying it, so it's kind of like, there might be something out there. Today, 93, the 30% chance of rain. Tomorrow, 92, 30% chance, and 93 on Sunday, 30% chance. On the 4th, yes, I did go ahead and keep a 20% chance of rain. Look at the high, though, 96. And it was everything I could to keep from putting a 100 on there next week, so I went 99 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I see a sad Joel face right now as he's looking at that 7-day.
Anybody's a fan of that. Not me. Look, it's going to be hot. Let's go ahead and get a look here at I-630 here on the west part of town. This is out looking west along looking at 630 from Barrow Road. Things are moving fine here in this part of Little Rock. Taking you a little bit farther north, this is Highway 67 at Wildwood there in North Little Rock, heading up towards Sherwood, seeing that orange glow on the horizon. Beautiful sunrise forthcoming, and traffic is moving just fine this morning. Now, let's go ahead and get a look at that Crane Team traffic map. Seeing a lot of green here on the map, so nothing slowing us down right now. Of course, that could change, and we'll, of course, be here to let you know if that does. We'll have a closer look at those safe speed zones coming up. Hunter?
Joel, thanks. It is now 5:19. Health Matters clinics in Arkansas that once offered abortions are now sending women out of state to get those services. It's been exactly 1 week since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, and doctors at Planned Parenthood say it has been an emotional journey. Patients who had previously scheduled procedures had to meet with doctors to go over their new options. Most are being sent to the closest clinics, which are in Kansas and Illinois. Both are about a 6-hour drive. Doctors say all they can really do now is help patients deal with the new reality.
This week, our attention has been on getting those patients that were scheduled for a pregnancy termination, making sure that they got where they could be taken care of.
And right now, the only legal abortions here in Arkansas are to save the life of the mother in a medical emergency. Planned Parenthood says it will remain open and continue to offer other services, as well as help pregnant women find resources elsewhere if needed.
All right, let's take a look at some of these gas prices. If you're traveling for the 4th of July, you won't have to pay as much for gas compared to, 2-3 weeks ago. Prices continue to go down. This morning, the national average dropped again to $4.84. Arkansas down 8 cents from the past week, now sitting at $4.39. Now, since gas prices are still pretty high, some people, once again, I want to say some, are still opting for different ways to save money instead of spending it on gas. One woman, that is, in Maumelle says she's lucky enough to only work a couple miles away from home. Okay, I get that. So you know what she does? She bikes to work.
As long as I'm able to, I'll be biking to and from work. And it gets you in the mindset, too, of, well, where else can I bike? I can bike to the post office.
She got a nice low bike, though. Yeah. See, I couldn't do that. I would show up to work just in a drenched in sweat. I would smell bad. All right, she says the only place she really doesn't bike is to the grocery store. I get that. She encourages everyone else to consider biking when possible. Just make sure you plan out the safest route and wear deodorant. She didn't say that last part. I added that.
As someone who sits next to you, I'm glad that you don't bike to work.
Yeah, I know. That'd be horrible.
Thank you for that.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. There are a lot of events across Central Arkansas for the 4th of July happening.
We're going to take a look at some of the most popular ones that you can catch around town this weekend right after the break.
Hanks is celebrating the 4th of July with the lowest prices of the year. Designer sofa and love seat, $9.99. French Country Entertainment Wall, $7.99. Queen size mattress, $3.33. And enjoy up to 60 months interest-free financing right now at Hanks Fine Furniture.
What makes best reviews the best reviews?
Ooh, pretty colors.
They have an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations.
Oh, no, Count Bristol. We settled this dispute through dance.
To give honest, reliable recommendations on just about any product you can imagine. So you can be confident that whatever you're buying is right for you.
Faster, Count Bristol, faster!
Whatever you're into. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
I know this looks like your typical narrow escape, but it's not. This is a Nissan sales event ad.
Now we're talking. Good thing this Nissan Rogue is a standard turbocharged engine.
Get the 2022 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy.
Hurry. You don't want to let these offers get away.
Caring for our neighbors is a part of growing up in Arkansas. You know my dad, Taylor King. I'm Austin King, and I chose to follow my dad's career by becoming an advocate for the injured. Our firm is knowledgeable in personal injury law, so we can care for the people in our state who are injured as a result of negligence. As a father myself, I'm teaching my kids to care about others. Isn't that right, Taylor Woods? Yeah. Choose a lawyer that cares about you. At Taylor King Law, it's our legacy to be on your side, by your side.
This 4th of July, Lowe's has summer savings that pop all season long.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive, and we're fine with that.
Education is the cornerstone of our society. Public or private, college or trade school, it shapes the future. Even though the classroom has changed over the past couple of years, education still comes first. So we focus on local decisions that impact our families, from school board meetings to legislative sessions and everything in between. We bring you the stories that matter. KRK4, your home for local news.
This 4th of July, save big on best-selling mattresses at Hanks. Elite Memory Foam Hybrid, $5.99. Serta Grandmere, $7.99. Cheyenne Pillow Top Deluxe, $9.99. And enjoy up to 60 months of interest-free financing at Hanks Fine Furniture.
All right, 5:25 now. We are looking ahead. Monday is Independence Day, and if you're looking for some fun around town, we have got you covered.
Yeah, that's right. We want to run you through some of the events going on for the 4th of July. So here we go. Pull out your calendars. This is happening this weekend. Jacksonville will host its annual Big Bang on the Range. Man, that's some good stuff right there. That's at the Jacksonville Shooting Sports Complex. The fireworks start at 9, but you can get there early. Gates open at 5. The city suggests you bring your own blanket or chair to sit on.
All right, we've got more good stuff heading your way out in Bryant. The city will be celebrating Pops in the Park. There will be yard games, food trucks, and live music, all starting at 6 o'clock Monday night. That's happening at Bishop Park. Parking and admission are free, but you might want to bring your own lawn chair as well to enjoy those fireworks.
Nice. Now, sticking in Saline County, Benton is hosting the Red, White, and Boom. The fireworks show will be at the River Center and will start when it gets dark, so around 9 o'clock Monday night. This event is free and open to the public as well.
They're getting creative with these names there, Red, White, and Boom. I like that.
I love that.
All right, there's a couple events also happening on Sunday instead. That includes Freedom Fest in Conway. It'll be held on Beaver Fork Lake Sunday night from 6 until dark. There will be live music and nearly a dozen food trucks to choose from. You can also watch fireworks and get out on the water.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the water, let's go and head out to good old Hot Springs, where there will be fireworks on Lake Hamilton. That event,
DJ won't be.
Yeah, I won't be there. That event is Sunday. Now, once it gets dark, fireworks will be shot from the barges in the middle of Lake Hamilton. That'll be on the east side of Highway 7 and the first Highway 7 bridge. Yeah, it's going to be fun out there. No doubt about that. We'll be right back after the break.
4th of July sale at Family Leisure.
It's hot and you need a pool. Buy now and beat the price increase. Great deals on in-stock patio sets, spas and swim spas at guaranteed lowest prices. Huge savings on high-quality swing sets like this one. 4th of July sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Dateline tonight.
I was robbed of my sister.
A single act of evil.
She didn't belong out there.
The power of a mother's love.
She fought and fought for justice.
Dateline tonight, 10/9 Central.
100% The Golden Puzzle is my favorite part of the show. You've chosen your top 15. I've got goosebumps. Look at this. Absolute magic.
AGT, Tuesday on NBC.
Worried your air conditioner might not survive another hot Arkansas summer?
At Middleton, we'll take care of you with a free estimate.
And if you do need to replace your system,
I'll take care of that.
Call Middleton Heat and Air today.
I know this looks like your typical narrow escape, but it's not. This is a Nissan sales event ad.
Now we're talking. Good thing this Nissan Rogue is a standard turbocharged engine.
Get the 2022 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy.
Hurry. You don't want to let these offers get away.
Sure feels good when you get it right. And with the #1 power toothbrush brand recommended by dental professionals, Philips Sonicare makes it easy for you to always get brushing right.
Life certainly has changed. Our communities have had to endure so much, like small businesses doing what they can just to try to survive. It's what happens right here at home that impacts our daily lives. You can get the back and forth of national news pretty much anywhere, but it's where you get your local news that matters, and that's what we're focused on. Making a difference right here at home. That's what matters to us. KRK4, your home for local news.
Hello, I'm Mike Rainwater, and I applaud the efforts of KARK and Fox 16 taking a stand to create a safer Central Arkansas through their Victory Over Violence campaign. At Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton, we do our part. So each month, we feature a difference maker. We give $1,000 to a group or organization that truly makes an impact on the lives of others. It'll take all of us to declare victory over violence.
4th of July sale at Family Leisure.
It's hot and you need a pool. Buy now and beat the price increase. Great deals on in-stock patio sets, spas and swim spas at guaranteed lowest prices. Huge savings on high-quality swing sets like this one. 4th of July sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Forecast first from the Arkansas Storm Team.
All right, 5:29 is our time. Good morning, everybody. It's 74 here in Little Rock this morning. It's a couple degrees warmer here, but in North Arkansas, temperatures are in the 70s finally, so we're running about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday morning. Today, we're going to start off sunny, but we'll become partly cloudy, and a chance of some thunderstorms this afternoon. About a 30% chance of rain here in central Arkansas. It'll be hot again. We'll have a high of 93 degrees.
At 30 on KERK4 today, a family is now honoring a man who was shot and killed in Jacksonville. Why they say he leaves behind a legacy nobody could ever forget.
Plus, a lot of people looking forward to the 4th of July, how you can stay safe while celebrating.
And there's going to be a whole lot of people traveling for the holiday weekend, how the airport is working to make your trip a little less stressful.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KARK4 Today.
Good morning and thanks for waking up with us here on this Friday morning. I'm Hunter Hoagland alongside DJ Williams. A busy half hour here, starting with some developing news out of Jacksonville. A man who was killed there is now being remembered by his friends and family for the legacy he leaves behind.
That's right. 75-year-old Charles Parliament was shot to death on June 17th. His family is choosing to remember how he lived his life instead of how he died. They say he loved to teach, fish, and he loved the outdoors. He served in the Marines before going to college to get his teaching degree. His daughter says he always strived to become better and to give to others.
You know, to care that much about humanity in general, no matter who you were or what your circumstances were, if he had something and you needed it, he would share with you.
His daughter says he was an organ donor, but that wasn't able to happen because of his death. Now, earlier this week, police arrested 51-year-old Joseph Richards for the shooting. He's charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence.
It is now 5:32. Let's get a look at your local news that matters. New this morning, the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office is searching for a suspect involved in a deadly shooting. Deputies found a man who had been shot near Craft Lane and Jackson Road around 7:20 last night. He later died at the hospital. Detectives aren't releasing his name just yet. They say this appears to be an isolated incident and that nobody else is in danger. They haven't given any suspect information in the case just yet. Well, happening right now, police are investigating a shooting in southwest Little Rock. LRPD says someone walked into a business on Sibley Hole yesterday afternoon. They then told the owner they'd been shot. Police say the victim was shot once in the arm. Investigators haven't yet said what led up to the shooting or if there's any suspects here in the case. And Little Rock police are also busy here this morning investigating another shooting that happened on Woodford Drive. We're told one person was shot around 9:30 last night. They are expected to be okay, so some good news there. Right now, there is no information about a motive or any possible suspects in this case either. Well, a Greene County woman has been arrested after deputies found pipe bombs in a stolen car. Listen to this here. Deputies haven't said how they discovered those bombs, but they say both were active and that one of them could have caused a lot of destruction. A woman was arrested and taken to the jail in Craighead County, but her name has not yet been released. The explosives were taken to the State Police Bomb Squad lab in Little Rock.
Yeah, it is. It is another humid morning. It's going to be that way, tomorrow, this weekend, next week.
Get used to it.
August, half of September.
Into October.
Well, no, we'll try to get some drier air in there, yeah. After like 1 or 2 weeks of hot football, then it'll cool off.
Yeah, but not now.
All right, that's your 3-month forecast. That's back to you. It's time to check that traffic, I think, now. All right, so today, we're going to be hot again, just as hot as it was yesterday. 93 degrees was the high yesterday in Little Rock. Hot Springs and Mena and Fort Smith hit 95. It's 94 in Jonesboro. We'll hit 93 today. We'll start off around 74 at 7 o'clock, mainly sunny. Might be a couple of clouds out there. Mostly sunny at noon, but at noon, there could be a little pop-up shower thunderstorm already starting, okay? So we'll give it a 10% chance then, but then a 30% chance around 5 o'clock. 89 at noon, around 93 degrees at 5 o'clock. Beautiful, beautiful sky, though, right now here on the Dash Heating and Cooling Tower Cam. Looks nice out there. 74 degrees. Sun's going to come up at 5:59, so we're 25 minutes away. 74 currently in Little Rock. The wind is calm. It's 74 in Jacksonville. Conway 77. Benton is 73. Pine Bluff, Monticello 73. 75 in Hot Springs. Stuttgart also 75. Batesville, you're 74. Searcy 72. And Clinton's at 70. But our dew points, 70s and upper 60s, so the humidity is here. But we do have that clear sky. Some clouds in South Arkansas. Our rain chance going to be, we had some scattered thunderstorms yesterday afternoon and evening in South Arkansas. We're going to have more today as our area of low pressure off the coast of Houston is coming up this way. That keeps us today, tomorrow, and Sunday, each day with basically a 30% chance of rain. 93, our high today, that south wind only around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then tonight, mostly clear and a low of 74. We'll be looking at those rain chances over the weekend coming up in your next forecast. And we saw that 7-day just a few minutes ago, guys. I did not like making it. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, no.
Well, we didn't like seeing it either. All right, still ahead for us. Some people plan on having a few drinks for the 4th of July. But we're going to tell you how you can get some cold ones for free right after the break.
A few.
Maybe a few. Maybe a couple.
Speaking of drinks, there's also a company in Singapore that made a beer you probably never dreamed of trying. Why they say it's still safe to drink even though it's made out of, oh, come on now. What are we talking? Sewer water? That's what it's made out of?
I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Yeah, hard
Not
pass.
for me.
All right, time for some hometown love to go to our Facebook page. Let us know where you're watching from. Buffy, thanks for watching in Malvern. We're heading out to Selma. Barbara is finally up watching with us. And Michael, look, finally woke up from that nice long night's sleep. We're watching in BB. We'll be right back after the break.
4th of July sale at Family Leisure. Great deals on pools, patios, spas, and more.
This 4th of July, Lowe's has summer savings that pop all season long.
4th of July sale at Family Leisure.
It's hot and you need a pool. Buy now and beat the price increase. Great deals on in-stock patio sets, spas and swim spas at guaranteed lowest prices. Huge savings on high-quality swing sets like this one. 4th of July sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Morning, Dan.
Love the new truck.
Got it through Ford Blue Advantage.
But this is used?
Yep. Took a few test drives at my Ford dealer. Got everything I was looking for.
Did you get a warranty?
Ford backed. With the Carfax support, too.
Visit your Ford dealer and get a certified inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, Carfax report, and a money-back guarantee. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you.
You did get everything.
After a long night of bringing home the bacon, there's nothing wrong with a nice, smoky nightcap. After all, it's 5 a.m. somewhere. Hormel Black Label Bacon. Make it.
My 2022 Highlander. It's got a sleek exterior, and the interior, it's like my own spacious oasis. Yeah, my Highlander.
That's what I miss the most. What about you? Food, Jerry. I miss food. Yeah. Wait, have you ever been in a Highlander?
The 2022 Toyota Highlander, the SUV you've been dreaming about. Toyota, let's go places.
The magic is back at Magic Springs. So come on, season passes are now on sale. Get unlimited visits, plus free parking, big benefits, events, and so much more. Plus free superstar concerts every weekend. Buy your passes online today. But hurry, to get all these benefits, you must buy right now. Unlimited fun, free parking, free concerts. One low price. The magic is back at Magic Springs.
Keep rolling along this summer by becoming a life-saving blood donor with Arkansas Blood Institute. Donate blood now to receive one free ticket to Magic Springs Theme and Water Park, and a free t-shirt featuring a sporty Jeep and an American flag. Be a blood donor hero by saving someone's life when you donate blood with Arkansas Blood Institute. And enjoy a trip to Magic Springs Theme and Water Park for free. Visit arkbi.org to find a donation location near you.
Lowe's has summer savings that turn a spark into a bang all season long.
It's KARK4 today.
Your time is now 5:39. Some developing news out of Kentucky here this morning after several officers were hurt during a hostage situation. Here's what we know right now. Kentucky State Troopers say police went to a home to serve papers, but when officers got to that house, someone started shooting. A man then barricaded himself inside of that home with his wife and daughter. He then started a shootout with police. The wife and daughter were eventually rescued, and that man was taken into custody. Several officers had to be taken to the hospital. No word yet on their condition. And there has now been another case of people dying in a suspected human smuggling incident. Police say Border Patrol was chasing a Jeep carrying 7 people when that Jeep crashed into the back of a tractor trailer. The driver and 2 others in that car were taken to the hospital. The other 4 were killed. This comes after 53 immigrants were abandoned in the back of a semi-truck in San Antonio and later found dead. And new this morning, Uvalde City Council is trying to figure out how the mass shooting at a school was made possible. City Council met with parents of the victims for the first time. Those families continue to raise questions here this morning about law enforcement's response to that shooting and if police acted quickly enough to end that attack. The mayor says information is limited because DPS won't release any more information, and the district attorney has declined all invitations to go to City Council meetings. And breaking overnight, 9 people were shot near a grocery store in New Jersey. Police say they were hurt in a drive-by shooting last night. At least one of the victims is a teenager. They're all said to be stable this morning. Police believe the driver was in a stolen car. They don't know if there was just one shooter or if multiple people were firing shots in that car.
Take a look at what is trending for you here this morning. Nicki Minaj, what's she up to? Releasing her own potato chip line. Okay, I see what's going on. I love truffle. Oh, okay. We're called barbecue honey truffle chips, based off the nickname Barbie that was given to her by her fans. They'll be sold at Walmart, Sam's Club, and rapsnacks.net. I know the Migos came out with some chips, and those are pretty good. What are those names? I got to figure out the name of those chips. Those are actually really good. All right, here we go. If you need some booze to celebrate America's birthday, this weekend, Twisted Tea has you covered. The brand is giving away more than 1,700 12-packs. They came to that number because the Boston Tea Party happened December of 1773. Get some history for you right there. Now, from today through July 6th, you can enter to win a free Twisted Tea 12-pack while supplies last by visiting twistedtea.com/tea party.
Those are actually pretty good.
Are they? Never tried them. Never heard of them.
Enter to win.
All right, here we go, y'all. From a pretty good alcoholic beverage to something maybe a little weird. That may be weird for this. Just pay attention to this. A company out of Singapore has created what it's called a new brew. It is a blonde ale made from recycled sewage water. Now, since the country doesn't have many natural water sources, it relies on rain and recycling sewer water. The newer water is filtered and then treated with UV light and reverses osmosis to ensure purity, killing any bacteria or viruses. That's good to know if like you're ever stranded on an island and you need to drink some water, but
I feel like you're going to have a hard time marketing that one. Finding someone who said, oh, yes, I would love a good sewer beer.
Disclose that? I feel like maybe they have to.
I think they're in on it. Hey, this is sewer beer. It's a new cool thing. I don't know.
Maybe time for a new marketing person. I don't know.
Not for us up here. You guys try it out and let us know.
Yeah.
All right, after the break, we're going to run through some of the Independence Day celebrations going on for the holiday weekend. Pat?
All right, we do have a mostly clear sky to start off this morning. We're going to have plenty of sunshine, but the clouds will build in during the day. Some scattered to isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. Same thing over the weekend, but we've got the heat turning on next week. I'll show you that 7-day next.
You've been dismissed.
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 Cable news networks have decided they only want to appeal to the extremes. They only care about half of us.
And if you don't agree with their point of view,
you're dismissed.
It's about time somebody did something. At News Nation, we are here to bring you back.
Back to where we aren't yelling at each other, but telling all of America's stories.
Come back to the facts. Back to balance.
Come back to the news. News Nation. News for all America.
Get ready for Silver Dollar City's National Kids Fest, featuring the world-famous Nick Walenda Circus, plus thrilling rides and the new Chuggington Adventure Depot, only through July 24th.
Louis, this customer needed an easy access shower.
Yes, David. A lot of our customers have a hard time stepping into a tub. This easy access shower base has a lip and is slip resistant. We added Delta commercial grade valves and prepped the walls for our unique acrylic easy to clean one-piece wall. There are no seams in the corners, which is unique to our company and leak proof. Here we have added safety bars, and we can add seats, doors, or a shower curtain.
Call Bath Fitter today for your free in-home estimate.
Hi, I'm Bailey Gibson from John Gibson Auto Sales. We may be known for our autos, but did you know we sell campers too? In fact, we are a new Gulfstream Coach RV dealer. We offer new and used campers in a variety of models and floor plans. Go to johngibsonautosales.com to view our campers, cars, trucks, SUVs, motorcycles, ATVs, boats, and more. Select what you want, fill out an application, and come pick up your purchase at John Gibson Auto Sales, 1425 Airport Road, Hot Springs.
Warmer days are here, and we have the inventory to get you on the water in style with Regal Wake Boats, Avalon Pontoons, and limited edition boats like the Avalon Wake Tune or the Low Center Console Bay Boat, plus all the water sports accessories you're looking for. And while you're in the store, now is the time to start gearing up and tuning up for archery season with our expertly staffed service team and the largest bow inventory in the state, H2O Sports and Marine and Archer's Advantage, getting you back outdoors.
Don't miss Silver Dollar City's National Kids Fest. Plus, splash into over 2 million gallons of fun at Whitewater. Play more days and save at both parks. Visit silverdollarcity.com today. Silver Dollar City. Discover adventure together.
The Arkansas Storm Team, Arkansas's certified most accurate forecast for 10 straight years. Meteorologist Pat Walker.
All right, it is 5:45 this morning. Temperature starting off in the lower and mid-70s. Little Rock at 74. Hot Springs and Russellville both at 75. Pine Bluff, your 73. For Central Arkansas, we're just a couple degrees warmer this morning than yesterday morning. But North and West Arkansas, actually 10 degrees or more warmer than yesterday morning. We still had some 50s yesterday morning. Nice clear sky across the state. Some clouds down in South Arkansas. We'll start off our day. We have our area of low pressure just off the coast of Houston, and a cool front coming through the plains. Both of those kind of coming toward Arkansas, so our rain chance up to 30% today, and really a 30% chance through Sunday too. So today we could start seeing an isolated thunderstorm by noon, some isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the middle of the afternoon, and once we get to 7 o'clock after that, they begin to die down. The low itself from the Gulf gets to around Monroe tomorrow morning, so start enhancing that rain chance probably a little bit tomorrow. And the cool front starts moving into central Missouri, so North Arkansas has a little better rain chance tomorrow than central. About a 40 to 50% chance of rain, I think, in far North Arkansas. And, of course, things die down in the evening. The heating of the day will drive this a lot. Now, Sunday, we've been optimistic for Sunday's rain chance as this low kind of gets into the state, thinking, hey, that's really going to help the rain chance. However, the whole low is weakening and just kind of washes away on Sunday. So I'm going to go ahead and keep a 30% chance of rain in on Sunday, but I think it's more like a 20% chance, okay? And then into Monday on the 4th of July itself, just hanging on barely to a 20% chance of rain. 30% today, mainly this afternoon, 93 the high. Tomorrow, 92, 30% chance, and 30% chance on Sunday, 93 the high. 96 on the 4th, and then here come the 99s in a row, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's the forecast. Joel's here with the traffic with an accident.
We don't like that. All right, this morning we start our Crane Team traffic update with an accident that's happened this morning. This is Interstate 40 going westbound. This is coming up on I-440, so this is on the east side of the metro there. You've got a vehicle that looks like it's run off the road. You've got a first responder out there. Vehicles are having to get over into the left lane there to get around it. So a little bit of a slower go for you if you're heading westbound on I-40 there, coming into Little Rock from the Galloway Road exit. We'll zoom in and show you exactly where that is. So here's Galloway right here. That accident right there at the Galloway exit just before you get to Interstate 440, and it just slows you down just a little bit there briefly. There's a look at the Big Rock interchange. Things are moving just fine here on the west side of town. Our safe speed zones in Little Rock. Take it slow along 12th and West Park, and in the county you'll want to take it slow along Canis Road.
All right, back it up now, Terry. You got to be careful. Safety matters, Terry. 4th of July right around the corner, and Arkansans are getting ready to celebrate with these fireworks.
North Little Rock Fire says they are already responding to calls out there where fireworks aren't being handled the right way. For that, we want to send it out live to Claire Kreitz, who joins us from the fire department with some safety tips. Hey, Claire, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, you know, fire officials say it's really best to leave it up to the professionals, but if you are trying to create your own show at home, we do have some tips for you guys. Now, I did talk to Captain Dustin Free with NLRFD. He says the first thing everyone needs to do, know what your local ordinance is before even buying fireworks. For example, they're illegal here in the city limits of North Little Rock and inside the city limits of Little Rock. Now, if you do live in an area where it is legal, make sure an adult is present in handling those fireworks. Be aware of your surroundings and don't shoot them towards houses and, of course, people. Also, keep a bucket of water or a hose close by to help extinguish them. Captain Free says no matter where you are, if you set off fireworks and a fire starts, call 911 and own up to it rather than letting it get out of control.
Because then it just gets worse and waiting on somebody to report the smoke, and it could turn into a lot of damage to not only the grass, but then it grows over to a vehicle or somebody's house. And what seemed to be just a fun little, hey, we're just going to go and have a good time, turns into a major incident because people are afraid to say something.
Now, if you already bought fireworks and it's not legal to set them off where you live, you can bring them to the North Little Rock Fire Department and they will help you dispose of them properly. Reporting live in North Little Rock, I'm Claire Kreitz. Back to you.
Or give them to DJ Williams.
To dispose of them
He'll use
properly.
them.
Hey, let's just be honest here. We know y'all gonna set them off. Just be safe, be careful. Don't be acting all ignorant out there, all right, with some fireworks. Monday,
Don't be
Independence Day. And if you're looking for some fun ways to celebrate, we got you covered.
We want to run through some of those events happening now through July 4th. Starting with Pops on the River, it's going to return for the 4th of July, along with live music and fireworks. There's going to be train rides for the kids, games, a local marketplace, and even some food trucks. That event is free and open to the public, but you can reserve amphitheater seating for about $10. The rest of the seating is available on a first-come, first-served basis. It all gets started at 3 o'clock with fireworks starting just after 9.
Miss Judy, I hope you're watching. I'm coming over to watch that fireworks display. Just a heads up. All right, folks out in Maumelle. Maumelle Parks and Recs will hold the city's fourth Fest celebration at Lake Willestein Park. I've been to this many times, and this one's a really good display as well. There'll be a parade along Millwood Circle and Club Manor Drive starting at 4:30. The rest of the festival starts at 5. They have vendors, food trucks, games, inflatables, live music. It all starts just before 8. The fireworks are scheduled for 9:30. All right, y'all, the holiday weekend is here, and Clinton National Airport is gearing up for what they're saying is going to be a huge influx of travel. According to the airport, today will be the busiest day of the weekend for nearly 5,000 passengers. Many of those will be this morning, so you should arrive at least 2 hours before. So if you're watching, go ahead and leave right now. How about that? Overall, airport officials expect a 27% increase in travel compared to last year, and there's no big reason why.
As health conditions have improved, people want to get out and go places. Our airport is primarily made up of leisure travelers. Many of these travelers have not been on an airplane since before COVID, and they're ready to get out and go and have a great time.
Like I said, I didn't know people really traveled for the 4th of July, but apparently I am wrong. Carter said if you are reserving or buying a ticket, remember, they will be busy. So make sure to follow all of the TSA guidelines for carry-on bags to save you some time. All right, 5:52, time for some hometown love. Everybody watching this morning, they're heading out to Benton. Kathy is up watching. Travis in Russellville. And Tony, pay attention now because it's Trivia Friday. The post is on our Facebook page. Go there right now, over there in Mayflower. Vote for who you want to play for you and everybody else as well for a chance to win some money here on this first edition of Trivia Friday. We'll be right back after the break.
KARK4 News is sponsored by Interstate Batteries of Arkansas.
Clio's 4th of July sales event is going on now. We're celebrating by offering free with purchase deals. Buy this counter table and get the counter stools free. Shop at Clio's today and take it home right away.
You can only go as far as your battery will take you. Whether it's your car, your boat, power tools, backup power for security system, watch battery, or even key fobs, Interstate Battery in Sherwood can help. We're locally owned and operated, and our friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to help. Don't wait until your battery dies or no longer holds a charge. Come by or call for a dealer near you. Your home, your office, and anything in between, we have it. Interstate Battery in Sherwood can help with all your power solution needs.
With gas prices going through the roof, now's the time to check out Honda, America's most fuel-efficient car brand. Honda is also America's best value brand 7 years in a row. And with trade-in values at an all-time high, the best deal on the road gets even better. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing on select Honda models. So come in now, reserve your Honda, and take advantage of trade-in values while they last at your Greater Arkansas Honda dealer today.
Caring for others is part of growing up in Arkansas. In our family, we support our neighbors by being an advocate for the injured. If you're in an accident, choose a lawyer who looks out for you. Call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. At Taylor King Law, we're on your side, by your side.
We talk about being your jeweler for life, and I mean it. We all mean it here. That's what's important. We try and take care of our customers. We want you to come back. We cherish that. So come see us at Cecil's. See what it's all about.
Cecil's Fine Jewelry. We want to be your jeweler for life.
Eating right and improving your health is always easier when you have a little help. For everyday tips to make sure you're living well, go to KARK.com and click on the Keep On Amazing tab. Brought to you by Baptist Health. Keep on amazing.
Clio's 4th of July sales event is going on now. We're celebrating by offering free with purchase deals. Buy any Beauty Rest mattress and get the foundation free. Shop at Clio's today and take it home right away.
Now from the Arkansas Storm Team, Arkansas's certified most accurate forecast for 10 straight years. Meteorologist Pat Walker.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here we are. We are in the 4th of July weekend. We are ready to go. We got our lawn chairs. We got our sprinklers. What do we need on the 4th of July? Sparklers. We need a grill, right? Yes. All right, here's our forecast for the 4th of July. Got a 30% chance of rain for Saturday and Sunday. On the 4th, though, the rain chance down to 20% chance. My lawn chairs are in the way, but here's your forecast. 92 on Saturday, Sunday 93, Monday 96. Then, of course, okay, once we're done with the barbecue, we got the fireworks coming up around 83 degrees Monday night around 9:30. So looks like a pretty fair evening. Could be some isolated thunderstorms on the 4th of July, but it looks like things would be done if there are any for Monday evening fireworks celebration. So be safe, be smart, have a great 4th of July. All right, today we have a clear sky to start off our day. We are looking at the sunrise in about 3 or 2.5 minutes from now. Some clouds down in South Arkansas. We could see some isolated thunderstorms coming up for this afternoon. Just kind of popping up in the afternoon, and again, could have some more tomorrow. Probably a little bit better chance of seeing some tomorrow up into North Arkansas. All right, so here we are on the Dash Heating and Cooling Tower Cam. A mostly clear sky. Right now, it is new temperature, 73 in Little Rock with a south wind at 5. 93 will be your highs. A 30% chance of those showers and thunderstorms popping up this afternoon, like tomorrow and Sunday too. Then Monday down to 20% chance. But here come those 99s. I was tempted to put 100. In fact, I did have it on there for about 30 seconds, but I took it off on Wednesday. But there you go, 99 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Hunter.
Thanks. Let's go and take a look at 4 things you need to know here before 6 o'clock. The Lonoke County Sheriff's Office is now searching for a suspect in a deadly shooting. Plus, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is looking for 63-year-old Cecilia Tackett, you're seeing there on your screen. She was last seen leaving her home Tuesday morning.
And Little Rock police are investigating a shooting in southwest Little Rock. Investigators haven't said what led up to that shooting or if there are any suspects in the case. And Little Rock PD is investigating another shooting that happened on Woodford Drive around 9:30 last night. One person was shot and is expected to be okay. No information about a motive or any possible suspects have been named. That's your 5 o'clock hour. We got
Give them a code word real quick.
Code word, yes. I need the whole phrase on Facebook. Back it up, Terry. That's going to be it for our Trivia Friday. I can't wait to play.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you're about to find out. We'll be right back.